All right, guys, so this is your virtual briefing for Conflicts of War Part 2 at Roanoke Airsoft this weekend, April the 6th. Let's go ahead and kick started, okay? So first things first, let's talk expectations for the day. This is a very fluid, very dynamic game. There will be stopping. We'll stop the game, reposition you, start again. And it's not like previous conflicts where you just go all day and have fun. This one is very concentrated. We wanted to have a concentrated frontline fight all day. So not only will your spawn points move, but the objectives will move. Okay? And try your best to stay within the combat zones. We've divided the map, as you can see here, into 3 different sections, 3 different zones. Depending on what zone you're playing in, do your best to stay in that zone. Don't take an hour and a half to flank around the enemy so you can come up their spawn and snipe them. It's not going to help your team out. Stay on the front lines, stay on the objectives, and play on as a team. If you have questions on the objectives or anything we're about to cover, you can always find a ref to help you out or your leaders. Every team has 2 leaders, a CO and a squad leader. You'll be able to identify them with a green sash on their arms. Green means leader. Orange means ref. You can find any of them to help you out if you have any issues during the game. Now, we're going to be playing the entire field today. For those of you that have never been here before, there is rope. 2 ropes that go around the north, the east, and the south side of the field with like pink little streamers on them. Do not cross that, okay? Do not go near the road if you're on the south side. Not at all. Stay away from that, okay? And if you're on the west side of the field, there's a train track. Do not go anywhere near that train track. Don't even go in the ditch where that train track is. Keep a wide berth. Amtrak sees you there, you're causing problems, they will shut the field down. Okay, there have been complaints before. Let's not have anything crazy happen today. All right. Now, as far as schedule is concerned, when we get kicked off, we're going to play for about 3.5 hours, depending on how fast you are and getting to your position and getting ready to roll. And then we go. We'll play for about 3.5 hours. We will take a dedicated lunch break at 1 o'clock to 1:30. And then we'll take about a half hour to get everybody back on the field. And then from 2 to 5, 2 to 5:30, we'll keep the fight going. So you're looking for a solid 6 hours organized play throughout the entire day for this wild, crazy frontline fight. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Now, let's talk your basic safety rules. So all players need full CLI Pro, gentlemen. Full CLI Pro, no ifs, ands, or buts, no mesh, nothing you got at Home Depot, no gaps between your eyeballs and your glasses. Don't be putting your fingers in there to defog them. Don't be putting them on your head. If I find any of that, and it's happened quite a few times at Roanoke, I will immediately kick you off the field. No ifs, ands, or buts. Goodbye. No refunds. I hope you had a good time. Follow the rules. Keep your eye pro on. And let's go. If you need anti-fog, we've got anti-fog wipes for $1, or you can get the X-Fog unit for your head. Those things are a lifesaver. Check them out. A lot of the pro guys are using those. Now, as far as your face mask, all those under 18 need a full face mask to protect yourselves. All those over 18, it's a recommendation, not a rule. All players, remember, need a dead rag. Can be white, can be red. Okay, those are the only 2 acceptable colors. If you need one, you can get one for $1 from the URA booth, and they'll hook you up with a white one. Okay. All players also need a barrel cover. No ifs, ands, or buts. Barrel cover on your weapons. Remember, when you're in the safe zone, you need a barrel cover, mags out, safety's on, HPA lines disconnected. There's plenty of different options of these available at both stores, at Roanoke and at the URA booth. Okay. All players also are going to be using armbands today. Blue and yellow is your team. If you pre-regged, you know which color you need. You could bring your own, absolutely. Some people just take a t-shirt and rip it up and it's totally fine, okay? If you need one, you can get one from the URA booth. They're $1. They're about 2 feet. You tie it to your arm, ready to roll. That's all you got to do. All players also, you're going to need some ACE wrap. You're going to want at least 2 of these. If you did not bring your own, you can get 2 for $1 at the URA booth, okay? This is all about your medic stuff, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, as far as your gameplay rules, real simple. Friendly fire is on. You can kill your friendlies. Check your targets. Make sure you don't kill your own guys, all right? You're just going to screw things up, all right? Safety kills are absolutely allowed. You get in with about 5 feet of somebody. You have the drop on that player. You can go bang, 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 bang. And as a victim in that situation, high-five the guy, go spawn, and then shoot him later. Okay, I love safety kills. They promote good sportsmanship. They promote good bragging rights because we all like that, okay? Now, melee kills are also allowed. You getting close to somebody, you don't want to do a bang-bang, you can just soft tap. That's all you need. and they die. They're back in the game. Okay? And then finally, trades can always happen. You both shoot at each other at the same time. You both die at the same time. All right, guys, so let's talk your ammo rules for the day. If you haven't already chronoed, you might have already heard this. All weapons today do not have an ammo restriction. If you want to load for bear with 20,000 rounds on your body, you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, by all means. You're allowed to reload in the combat zone. You're allowed to carry as much ammo as you would want. The only stipulation we have today, and this is required, weapons have a magazine restriction. Only the LMG class is allowed a box or a drum mag, whatever you call it, that exceeds 300 rounds. There is the exception for the AKs. Their standard mag is 400 rounds, and that's totally fine. All right. All players are restricted to standard high caps, low caps, and mid caps that are under the 400 round capacity. Period. Only LMG is allowed a box mag or a drum mag. Okay. Now, with that said, you know, if you're running out of mags or something, share with a buddy, have some fun. Okay, but other than that, we're ready to go. We've also extended the DMR class to 2.0 instead of 1.0. That's a big change for us. And only weapons that are allowed a single semi-fire 0-foot MED is your pistol and your assault class. Okay, everything else has a 35 to 100-foot mid, which means you cannot shoot someone if they get that close. LMGs do not have a semi-fire option. You're full auto all the time, which means if someone gets close, you need a pistol. DMRs, you need a pistol. And of course, snipers, you need a pistol. Okay, keep that in mind. All players are allowed to carry 3 grenades with them at a time, which means that if you use 3, you need to go back at tag spawn or tag an aid station. Then you can use 3 more again. Okay, so that way you're not just lobbing grenades all day long, although that is kind of fun. All right. So that's your big grenade rules for carrying stuff. But let's dive in a little bit to grenade rules in general. We have 3 different classes of grenades today. We've got your standard frag grenade, which will kill anyone within 15 feet unless you're behind hard cover. Everyone will die if a grenade goes off on the floor of a building. If you're in a building, your grenade goes off inside of it, regardless of the distance, you're dead. Everyone on the first floor of that building is dead. Okay? Frag grenades will instantly kill you. No bleed outs, no medics. Frag grenades will instantly kill you when it goes off within 15 feet. And there's no restriction on what a frag grenade is. You can use an EG-67, a cap grenade, the Thunder Bees, tag-ins, anything that makes a bang or simulates a frag grenade. Even the mechanical ones just kind of go pop. Okay, those are all allowed in the event as a frag, because we know the EG-67s are kind of hard to find right now. So you guys go crazy, have some fun with a variety of different grenades for this game. Now, there are 2 types of smoke grenades that you're going to see on the field, red and yellow, both of which are deadly, okay? For smoke grenade, we'll talk about the basics first. Smoke grenade is pretty simple. You can get hit one of 2 ways with a smoke grenade. One, you're within the 15-foot kill radius of the smoke grenade, all right? Now, a smoke grenade will kill you regardless of cover. So if someone throws a smoke grenade, and you're behind a wall, you're still hit if you're within 15 feet. Okay, smoke does not care about explosives. It's toxic gas. Okay, and as it lands, the smoke coming out of the grenade will kill you for as long as the smoke's coming out. And I've seen this happen so many times where someone throws a grenade and they run through the 15-foot kill radius while the smoke's still coming out, and they kill themselves because they weren't thinking of that. So you will die from that 15-foot kill radius for as long as the smoke is coming out of the grenade. Okay, it's like a massive radiation zone. That's the first way you get hit. You're within the kill radius. The second way you can get hit with a smoke grenade is you get hit by the smoke itself. Okay, and we've certainly seen it that if the wind blows or it's a foggy day, that smoke might sit and create a death cloud for 20 minutes sometimes, which means for 20 minutes that area is a dead zone. Smoke has no friendlies. It will hit your enemies, it will hit your friendlies, it will hit you. And I want to apologize to the U.S. team because I actually nuked them all on accident last game. So sorry about that, guys. I killed everybody. And that's a common thing with the smoke. So you got to be careful. You got to think about the wind. But you have massive potential to kill tons of people with a smoke grenade. So you can get hit by being in the kill radius. You can be hit by being hit by the cloud itself. And the best telltale sign of being, if you're hit by the cloud itself, is if you can smell it. That's always my trick. If I can smell smoke, that means I'm definitely in range of the smoke cloud and I've been hit. Okay? Now, as I mentioned, there are two types of smoke grenades, yellow and red. Yellow is more of toxic smoke. Yellow grenade will instantly kill you when you're hit. It will instantly kill you, the yellow grenade. It'll instantly kill your enemies, your friendlies, and yourself. Okay, instantly kill you. The good thing about yellow smoke is you can be immune to it. If you guys read me online, you can have a respirator. Like Home Depot, cut all the filters out, right? You put that respirator on when you see smoke and you're fine. And that means you could throw a yellow and then run in the middle of it and then murder everybody that's close to it and use it as cover. A lot of people do that and it's very successful. So if you have a respirator, you're immune to yellow smoke. And yellow smoke will instantly kill everyone. Okay, that's the biggest thing about the yellow smoke. Now, for your red smoke, it's a little different. Red smoke does hit everyone in the smoke cloud like yellow, but it does not instantly kill you. Red smoke will send you to a bleed out. Think red smoke, red color, red blood, bleed out, okay? Red is blood, bleed out, red, okay? Red smoke will send you to a bleed out. So if you're hit with red smoke, you have a chance to have a medic save you. If you get hit with red smoke, you have a chance to be looted. Okay, red smoke will send you to a bleed out. The other thing about red smoke is respirators are not immune to that. Even if you have a respirator, you can still be hit by red. So red will hit anybody regardless of anything. Yellow has an immunity if you have a respirator. Yellow will instantly kill. Red will send you to a bleed out. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Those are our three big grenades. More questions or anything on that? Just let us know. Check out, and I would recommend just downloading everything from the website and just put it on your phone. You can read through it. Okay, it's all on there. So those are all your big grenade rules. All right, now let's talk your revive rules, your medic rules. Okay, so when you're hit, immediately get your dead rag out, throw it on your head. You are now hit. You're in a bleed out. Okay, this is a non-optional thing. This is required by all players. Okay, when you're in a bleed out, you drop down to your knees. You are allowed to crawl. You are allowed to talk. Okay, you can crawl to cover. You can crawl to a medic. You can just try to outrun the enemy on your knees if you're up for it. If you have bad knees, you're old like a lot of us, just sit your fat ass down in the dirt and just wait. Okay, but also remember that during your bleed out, you're not dead yet. You're bleeding out. You're allowed to talk. You can call out the enemy. Hey guys, the guy who shot me is in that tower. There's 3 of them. Watch out. You can be the eyes if you can make it. You know, if you can survive long enough, you can be the eyes for your team, the voice, if you will, on the front lines. That's totally fine. You're not dead. You're bleeding out, right? If you see a guy with a dead rag on and he's crawling around in the mud, you need to kill him, but you cannot shoot him to kill him. You have to kill confirm him. Okay. Now during your 3-minute bleed out, 3 minutes, count to 180 in your head. Me, I use a watch, okay, because I don't like to count that high. 3 minutes. At the end of 3 minutes, if you have not been looted or if you have not been medicked, you're instantly dead, and then you go back to spawn. When you get to spawn, tag the little counter, just a click, 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 click. 1 click, I'm back in the game, and then go for it. Have some fun, okay? However, if, let's say you're bleeding out, during your 3-minute bleed out, I mentioned you can be medicked, you can be kill confirmed. In order to be medic, anyone on your team, everybody's a medic this game, anyone on your team can come over to you and you hand them one of your ace wraps. Your medic will tie your ace wrap to your arm, okay? And then you're back in the game. You get back up, take your dead rag off, get back up, you're ready to roll, okay? And then let's say you get hit again. You get hit again. Ace wrap out, your buddy comes over, you have 2 of these, you got 2 arms, you put the ace wrap on your other arm. So at this point, you're almost dead. You got an ace wrap on both arms, you're still playing, you're rocking and rolling. You get hit a 3rd time because you're that guy, okay? You have no more ace wraps left. You already got a wrap on both arms. During your 3rd bleed out in this situation, you can only be looted or you just bleed out, okay? So you only be medicked twice with the ace wrap, okay? And then you basically have to fall back after you bleed out, click, and get back in the game, okay? Now, the other option you have, you get hit, you're in your 3-minute bleed out, an enemy can come over to you and tag you. If you are tagged by an enemy, then you are instantly dead, no matter how much time you have left on your counter, you've been kill confirmed. If you have a lootable, a yellow or a blue lootable, You then give the person who kill confirmed you your token, and you lost it. Sorry, you have to get it back by killing someone else, okay? If you have a green one like this, the green ones are not lootable. Only blue and yellow are lootable, and you only lose one item if you are kill confirmed. So someone walks up to you, they tag you, you're kill confirmed, you give them a lootable, you go back to HQ, you click the little counter here, and then you get back in the game. All right, so that's your 3 quick revive rules. You can be medicked with the HRAP once per arm, get back in the game. You can be kill confirmed or someone tags you, loot you, you go back to spawn, click the counter, or you can be simply died. You know, after 3 minutes, if you haven't been met, you haven't been looted, after 3 minutes, you're instantly dead. Go back to spawn, click the counter, get back in the game, okay? Now, your HQ will have this counter, will have a red flag or a blue flag, depending on what team you're on, and all you have to do, as I said, click it, get back in the game. Now, there's also something your team might be given, is an aid station. The aid stations are crucifixes. They're either blue or they're red, depending on if you're assault or defense, and they're going to have balloons on them. All right, now an aid station's mobile. Your leaders will move this so that your team can quickly spawn back in the game, right? Quickly get in the game. Now, an aid station cannot be within 100 yards of a primary objective, right? So you still have a little bit of a walk to get to the objective. It'll have to be moved with 2 people, one on both sides, and as you move it, you cannot shoot. And if all the balloons pop, because it's a target, you can't use it anymore. It has been destroyed. Once all the balloons have been shot, destroyed, popped, you bring it through a briar patch, which has happened, and all the balloons pop, you destroyed it yourself, okay? Any way to get rid of those balloons is what the enemy wants to do. So use it as a good tool to get your team moving up. Use it as a good tool to push the front lines and keep the pressure on the enemy, okay? But protect it. It is an objective for the other team to destroy. So destroy your aid station when you're given one. And you'll be given one periodically throughout the day based on how you fight. You'll hear it on the radio. Aid station deployed for scavenger team or for US team. Now, there is a trick to the aid station. The aid station will not respawn a player, okay? If you have died, right? You bled out and died, you got kill confirmed, you go to normal HQ, you click it, you get back in the game. The aid station is there to help you get your HRAP back. So let's say you've been hit twice, you got HRAP on both arms, maybe one arm. You run over to the aid station, you tag it, and then you take your HRAP off. So it'll help you get first aid to take your HRAP off, so then you have your medic bands back. Then you can take more hits before you fully die. And that's the purpose of an aid station. Not to respawn you, but to allow you to clear out your HRAP off your arms. Okay, so that's very valuable. That'll allow you actually more lives in general. But remember, if you're dead, you must go to HQ and click it. All right, that's your medic rules. Now, let's talk the Juggernaut. Depending on how the game goes, your team might be issued a Juggernaut to help you defend or attack. The Juggernaut is a fully armored character with a cape. Trust me, you'll be able to see him. And he's rocking a minigun. So he's out there basically as a moving tank to destroy anything out there, period. Okay? Now, the Juggernaut is invincible to BBs. There's no reason to shoot him. It's just going to piss him off. Okay? He's definitely going to come after you with the minigun, which isn't good. All right? He'll be on the field for a limited amount of time until he runs out of ammo or his timer elapses. And the only way to take him down is by using smoke grenades. If you use a smoke grenade and you manage to hit the Juggernaut, you're going to send him into a 1-minute cooldown, similar to a bleed out. During his cooldown, he's going to be on one knee, just sitting, waiting. In that regard, as an enemy, run over and tag him. Kill confirm the Juggernaut. Kill confirm the Juggernaut. If you manage to do that, good news. You eliminated the Juggernaut. Yay! So, smoke grenade, 1-minute cooldown, tag him, he's dead. Friendlies, you cannot heal the Juggernaut. You can defend him if he's in a bad situation like that. All right, but you cannot heal him yourself. All right, guys, so now let's talk about your objectives, right? There are 3 objectives and 2 secondary, 1 primary mission for your teams based on your playstyle, right? So the first one is, of course, the Bounty Hunter mission, right? Your goal is to kill enemies, kill confirm the enemy, and then loot their tokens. All players are given green, blue, or yellow stars or skulls, depending on their team and what their role is. Leaders always have green. All right. Now, kill confirm the enemy. You're allowed to steal one of their tokens. And at the end of the day, we are going to tally up how many tokens each team collected at the end of the day. Okay. And then the winner is the one with the most tokens collected as a team. The player that manages to collect the most. If you're walking off the field and you got 20 of them around your neck, right? You are the winner. You're the bounty hunter. As the bounty hunter, you're going to get the trophy, right? We'll give you a little trophy, and we're also going to give you 10 extra raffle tickets at the end of the day for being the guy that was in the front lines, kill confirming everything that moved. Real fun. Now, the second mission, very similar, but this one is targeted. This is the Executioner mission. This was targeted on all of the leaders. All the leaders with the green armbands that you see, they will have the green tokens, okay? Kill confirm the leaders, take their tokens. They will have a limited amount of these. The green ones are not lootable from player to player. They're only lootable from leader to player, okay? These ones you get to keep at the end of the day, right? And there's a limited amount of those on your leaders. Kill confirm the leader, take their token. He will take a selfie with you to prove that you did kill him. And at the end of the day, the team that manages to get the most selfies with the leader, they won the Executioner. And just like the bounty hunter, the Executioner is the one that killed the most leaders. And then he will also get 10 extra raffle tickets. Can a player get both trophies? Absolutely. And 28 raffle tickets? Absolutely. Right? This hasn't happened yet, but it totally could happen. Totally could happen. Right? So, kill those players, man. Take those tokens. Real simple. You only take one token at a time, if I didn't say that. One token at a time per kill confirm. Okay? Next little bit is, of course, the primary mission. As you know, looking at the map, there are 3 zones. We're going to play each zone independently. All right? Each zone has a limited amount of control points. All right? Each control point will start as the defender's colors. Now, as the attacker, your job is to control all of the control points. Get to the location, put your flag on both carabiners, get your flag to the top of the pole, and then you've captured it, okay? Then you've captured it. There will be a ref monitoring the area for rule following, and when a zone is captured, he'll get on a radio and say, X location has been captured by whatever team. All right, so you'll hear those updates on 422-220, so you can kind of hear what's going on. After you've gotten your flag up, right, move on to the next location and then the next location, okay? Your goal is to hold all the locations in an area and hold them simultaneously for a certain amount of time, okay? Probably 3 to 5 minutes, all right? Once that has happened, once you have all 3 or 2 in the area, you've held them for X amount of time, and good news, your team has captured that zone. You'll hear whistles go off. We'll move everyone to the next zone. Your spawns will move up, the defenders will move back, and then we go at it again, right? Now, attackers, there's 2 things standing in your way of doing these objectives. One, you have limited lives, right? And we're going to change that number based on when we play it. If you run out of lives, then mission over, okay? Sorry, you lost all your lives. And it's not going to be a lot, right? It's going to be a little bit. So spawning each other, working as a team, using the medic system, using the aid stations is going to be paramount to your success in your attacking runs, okay? Now, the other thing standing in your way is, let's say you're doing really well. Let's say the scavengers who are going to start the game off manage to take the first zone, manage to take the second zone. They're working on the final zone, just whooping ass, right? They will have 3 hours, the first break, to go all the way. At lunchtime, whoever's the attackers, they're going to be defense after lunch, okay? That's kind of like the stopgap, is we will change after lunch, right? So you have a little kind of a time window there, but it's all about the lives. Those are the 2 things standing in your way. Now, I will say that if you manage to kill confirm the leaders on the defense attacking team, if you manage to kill confirm the leaders, you will get extra reinforcements to your count. So they are instantly valuable if you manage to kill confirm those particular people, okay? Now, the other thing, defenders, your main goal is easy. Hold them back. Hold them back. Do not let them take control points. If they take a control point, go get it back. Okay? Do not push on the enemy. Do not spawn trap. stay within the bounds of your control point areas. Okay, do not push forward. Hold the line. All right, be the rock. All right, that's pretty much it for the defenders. Defend, hold tight, have a lot of ammo. So, all right, folks, that is your primary missions for the event. If you have any questions, look at any of our refs or our leadership, and let's get you on the field. Good luck.